can't. You can't what?
I just can't pretend that these last months never happened. I just can't pretend that I didn't lie to you about Adam. I just can't pretend, Al.
Hon, who said I wanted you to pretend about anything?
You are being so loving and so understanding. And I didn't think you'd ever forgive me for lying to you about Adam.
Look, about that, I figure, you know, I was as much to blame as anybody. And you were scared to tell me the truth, and the way I reacted when I got that letter, no wonder you were scared. You know, the only thing that is important to me now is that I have found you. We're on our way home. The three of us.
I'm not so sure.
Barbara, do you love me?
Yes.
Do you want to be a part of my life?
Yes.
Now, what's not to be sure of? Look, we still got some problems that we've got to get around. Margot's still there, Adam's still there, whoever sent me that damn letter is still there, but there is one difference, one major difference. You are carrying our child, we are starting a family, and nothing could make me happier.
Parking tickets and traffic violations. Any idiot can do this, so what am I doing here? Well, this is the reason you're here. So, just shut up and get back to work, Hughes.
Hello, Mother-to-be.
Hi.
How you feeling?
Well, I'm not as queasy as I was this morning.
Good.
So, Tom, when am I going to come face-to-face with Corey Wallace, fearless state attorney?
I called the Attorney General's office this morning. Corey Wallace is on his way to Oakdale.
All right. That's one less problem to deal with. Now I just have to go through all the other problems in my life, like how Mom is going to feel about this baby.
Margot, you can't just give it some time.
Time? How much time, Tom? A month? 2 months? Let's see, when is the baby due? Okay, today is June 28th.
June 28th.
It's June 28th,
Yeah.
Tom. It's Mama's birthday.
Well, I'm sure she doesn't want to celebrate.
No. It's Casey's present. Gardner Motors is going to deliver the van today.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Stop then. What's the number?
I don't know.
Gardner?
I don't know. Call information.
Hey, it's me. No, she went to lunch with John. Well, I don't know if she's going to approve this substitution article that we have for the Philip Lombard. No, I think she's uptight because she wants to get an executive bimbo. You know, when and if Gavin Kruger ever shows up. Yes. Okay. I'm here. I'll meet you here. Bye.
Lucinda Walsh-Dixon. Oh, no, I don't think so. Hello, my name is Gavin Kruger.
Industries. I know all about your firm.
Well, in that case, you have me at a distinct disadvantage.
Oh, I'm Ellie Snyder. It's very nice to meet you.
And are you at all connected with Walsh, Ms. Ellie Snyder?
Yeah, I am. I do the promotion for a fashion line here, Simply Barbara, and I also for a new magazine we have inside Oakdale. Fortunately, my office is about 1/10 the size of that, so that can indicate to you my level of importance. Is Lucinda expecting you?
I have a nasty habit of arriving unannounced. It's amazing what you can learn when people don't have time to roll out the red carpet.
Oh. Well, you've missed the red carpet and you've missed her because she went to lunch with her husband. So.
Well, in that case, why don't you give me a tour of the
Walsh
famous
Towers.
Walsh
Yes,
Towers?
I'd love to do that. Okay.
Put down that loaf of bread. I've got a jug of wine, and we can take advantage of...
Mr. Kruger.
Mr. Anderson.
That's right. Nice to meet you.
Mr.
Nice to
Kruger
meet you.
just got here, and Lucinda, before
Could
she
we
went to have
dispense,
lunch.
please, with Mr. Kruger? Gavin will do nicely, thank you.
Champagne, Gavin.
Oh, why not? Although I'm not sure if this is lunch, breakfast, or dinner. My circadian rhythms are somewhat askew. I was in Hong Kong 2 days ago, Alaska last night, and Oakdale this morning.
Well, maybe you'd like a day to relax.
I don't much like to relax. Tell me, did Jim explain I'm very interested in a strong PR campaign for my stateside investment?
Yes, he did, and Ellie has cooked up some dynamite ideas for Kruger Industries.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I didn't even get out of the building. The beeper goes off. My husband, Oh. Champagne. I see that you don't waste much time, my darling, to break out the champagne.
Lucinda Walsh-Dixon, Gavin Kruger.
How do you do? Well, what a pleasure to meet you, finalmente.
Right. Thanks. He keeps me on hold for 10 minutes, then he tells me the van has already been delivered with a card from Casey, and this is exactly what Lila doesn't need right now.
Well, I don't know, Tom. I mean, at first I was worried about it. I was. But then it just shows Mama that Casey was thinking about her and looking out for her up until the time he was hospitalized. And she's got so many memories of Casey to deal with. And this is a good one. It's a good one. I think maybe we should go over there and see her.
So you can talk to her about the baby?
Yes.
Hughes and Hughes. I've been looking for you two.
Well, Jason Benedict, I thought you were on your way to Italy to check out Philip Lombard's investments and contacts over there.
Well, Joe thought it'd be a better idea to stop by Oakdale first and work with you.
Oh.
This also provides me with an opportunity to explain in person why I turned down the investigation into Casey Peretti's death.
There's no explanation necessary, Jason.
Well, maybe it's necessary to me. The reason I gave the Attorney General is that I didn't think I could be impartial. I got to know you pretty well during the Lombard trial, Margot, and I like you and I respect you.
Well, thank you. It's mutual.
Why do I get the feeling that this is not the only reason you backed off this case?
Well, maybe because I've been up to my elbows in slime for the last couple of months going over every sordid detail of Philip Lombard's life of crime. I mean, the man thought nothing of murdering anybody who got in his way, including his own son. I know the law is the law and that everybody is entitled to equal treatment before the law, but damn it, taking a life for motives of greed and revenge and taking a life out of love and compassion just are not the same things in my book. And when the law starts saying they are, I balk.
I got a couple of yogurts, and I thought you'd join me for lunch.
Oh, I'd like that. Why don't we have it out here? All right. Kate's sleeping. You know, sometimes I just forget to eat.
Yeah, I know. I do that, too.
Susan, do you see that shiny new van over there?
Is that Duke's?
No. It's Casey's birthday present to me. It arrived about a half an hour ago.
I didn't know it was your birthday.
Oh, please.
Happy birthday.
Well, that I'm trying to forget, but I guess Casey didn't.
Yeah, that's so like him.
Oh, you just wouldn't believe the way I badgered him about another car. Guess the whole time he planned this whole thing.
It just goes to show how much he loved you. Not that you ever needed proof.
Well, that's one thing Casey would never let me forget.
You know, when I was trying to kick those pills, Casey was always there for me, you know, but he never made the mistake of trying to make things easy for me. He could be very tough.
Oh, I know. He never let me get away with anything either.
He was a realist. Right to the end. Have his parents gone back to Boston yet?
Yeah. I wish they could have stayed to see the new van.
Yeah. Listen, I know you got Marilyn looking after Kate, but if you ever need anything, if you need an errand for me to run or anything.
Oh, Susan, thanks. But the only errand I really have today is I'm going over to the hospital, pick up my paycheck. And I think I'll go on my new wheels. Casey want me to show it off, huh? Well, I really gotta get going. Hey, listen, thanks for the yogurt. Really hit the spot.
Oh, you're welcome. See you later at the hospital?
Yeah, hey, how about some coffee for dessert, huh?
It's a date.
Okay.
Hello, Ken.
Susan?
I hear it. Yeah, I think you should hear it. I was talking to Andrew last night about your problem, and she overheard me. Now, she asked me point blank if Susan is at the root of this whole thing.
And you told her, right?
Well,
Thanks a lot, John.
well, wait a minute. She said she wouldn't say anything about it. I like this, you know. You don't want to lie to your wife, but I'm supposed to lie to mine? She said she wouldn't talk.
Well, she better not. Susan's been through enough.
Well, now that you're settled in the pool house, let me show you the rest of the estate.
Well, I'd rather find my own way around.
Why doesn't that surprise me? Hey, I was only trying to help.
Yeah, but you already done enough. Getting me this place and all. It's just time for me to get out of Cal's.
Did my grandfather say something?
No, it was just time for me to move on, that's all.
You know, I remember when my dad lived here. I'm really glad that you guys got to be friends in Texas.
Well, like I said, Josh is a good man. He doesn't crowd a person.
Well, if you don't need me for anything else, I guess I'll be getting back to the office. If you need anything, you know, don't hesitate to tell Matthew. Or any of the other servants. Or you could call me. Well, so long.
Lily, there's something I forgot to say.
Yeah?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Isn't there some good news we could give to Barbara first? I mean, I'd hate to just drop all this bad news in her lap.
I agree.
I know. Your mother's a savvy lady, Paul. She doesn't need any soft soap. I suggest we just tell it to her like it is, offer some solutions. The foremost being that we get an infusion of new capital to rebuild BRO.
Well, you know, if we need more capital, why don't we go back to the original investors? I mean, they're obviously people Mom trusted, like Lily and Holden. And they've always had a good return up until this year, and they'd probably be interested.
That's not a bad idea. You're probably right. They would be interested.
When is this meeting with Barbara scheduled?
Well, Hal was going to call me and let me know when they were due, so I left a message on my machine saying that I was here and suggesting to my mom that she'd take a little time, you know, to get over a jet lag, and we'd pick up business tomorrow.
Well, in that case, I will make myself scarce tomorrow. Can you and Lily take the meeting, Blake?
Well, that's no problem. Listen, if we're all finished here, I've got a few phone calls to make, then I'll catch a very quick lunch and be back, all right?
Okay.
Why did you say that? About making yourself scarce tomorrow?
Well, your mom has enough to deal with.
Emily, my mom should be very grateful for all you've done for BRO. I'm going to make that perfectly clear to her.
There is nothing we can do about it. Your mother will forever blame me for what happened last summer, and you know it.
Mom. Is it good to see you?
Good to be home.
Welcome back, Barbara. Al.
Thanks, Emily.
You're looking well, Emily. And you look wonderful.
Oh, thank you, Ada. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm pregnant.
So this is the surprise I was telling you about, Sport. What do you think of a little brother or sister come fall, huh?
I think it's terrific, but I don't understand.
No questions now, okay?
Fine. So this is what Dr. Samuels told you before you left, huh?
That's something, huh?
Wow, congratulations. It's great. I'll get out of your hair.
Emily, I want to thank you for all your help and your support. I mean it.
I'm just glad that everything turned out so well for you.
Thanks.
I'm still in shock, a baby, huh? I mean, why'd you keep it a secret? Wait, sorry. I said no questions. I'm sorry. It's just such great news.
See? I told you. Keep telling her until she believes it.
Wait a second. Come on now. You know that it's wonderful.
I wasn't sure how either one of you were going to feel about this. In fact, I wasn't sure that anything would ever be the same again.
You're right, Mom. Things won't be the same. They're going to be even better now.
Now, you see, maybe now that you've heard it from Paul, you're going to believe it, huh? I'm telling you, we're going to be one terrific family.
To success, to mine, to yours, and to ours together, I hope, and welcome. Welcome to Oakdale.
Thank you.
Ah, how nice. Caviar. Lovely. This is my executive assistant, Jane McDonald.
It's a pleasure, Mr. Kruger.
Oh, the pleasure is mine, Ms. McDonald.
Oh, thank you.
Olivia's in the outer office.
Tell her I'm tied up in meetings all the rest of the afternoon. No, wait a moment. On second thought, Ellie. Go deal with Olivia. She's probably wants to talk to you about the publicity.
If I may be so bold, I understand Miss Snyder has some interesting ideas about publicizing Kruger Industries. I would like to hear them.
Oh, fine. Ellie, why don't you, if you would, have lunch with us?
Thank you.
Jane? Yes, take care of Olivia. Oh, this is really good. You must try some of that. I think that a great caviar is a perfect foil for a nice champagne.
Caviar or grilled cheese sandwiches.
Couldn't agree more.
I'm sorry, but this cannot wait. Olivia, darling, I'm tied up in a meeting.
Barbara Ryan is on her way back from Europe.
I'm well aware of that. Mr. Kruger, may I present Olivia Wycroft?
The very talented designer of the Simply Barbara line.
Exactly.
You're familiar with my work?
Very familiar. I myself have a controlling interest in a New York fashion house. If your schedule permits, I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion on a few things while I'm in town.
I'd be delighted. Anytime.
Olivia, darling, would you be free to join us for lunch?
My pleasure.
Welcome to the party, Olivia.
That will be 5 for lunch, Jane.
6. If you don't mind, I asked my executive assistant to join us here as soon as she's checked us into the hotel.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't know you were traveling with someone. 6 for lunch, Jane.
Right. Excuse me, may I help you?
I would like to present my assistant, Jade Sullivan.
Well, that was a delicious salad, but I hated putting you to all that trouble. And then you ended up eating not a bite.
Well, actually, I had a yogurt with Susan right before you came over. She's so terrific, you know? Oh, and Duncan, you'd like to hear this. He promised that he'd underplay the investigation in the Argus.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, I assume also that John will have some kind of influence with Lucinda at the Times, but I think WOAK is a total loss. I think you probably should just give up watching television for a while.
Yeah, good idea.
You know, Lila, I do have mixed feelings about what Margot did, but I can't help it.
Kim, please. Let me ask you something. If someone you loved and trusted made an irrevocable decision without consulting you, a decision that should have been yours, and you never had the chance to ever say goodbye to your husband, ever...
I would have a tough time dealing with it. Now, you said you were going to go to the hospital. How about me giving you a lift?
No, I'm going to go in my nice new van.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Now, I take that back. It's not fair at all. Not one bit.
No.
Well, hi. Hi, Kim. Mama?
The world turns.
Well, when I left the house this morning, Adam and Christopher were having a terrific time. Joyce is making cookies for them.
Oh, well, it's great. Maybe you and I could have a talk when I come pick him up later.
Great. I'll see you later. Bye, girl.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Kim. You too.
Listen, about that van out front.
I couldn't believe it.
We tried to stop delivery. It was just a bit too late.
No, it's the perfect birthday present. I mean, the fact that Casey planned the whole thing and managed to keep it a surprise.
He always knew exactly what he wanted. Maybe you'd consider trading it in. I mean, a van can be a bit cumbersome, difficult to park.
No, I want it. It's the last thing that Casey ever gave to me. I'm not going to give it up just because it's not practical.
Why not?
No, come on. Now, do you want some iced tea?
How about some milk?
Tell you what, I'll do the honors. You guys just relax.
So, Maureen and Joe get off all right?
Yes. I know you think that Maureen influenced me. But I want you to know, just because she's gone, it doesn't mean that I'm going to feel differently about...
Look, Mama, if you would just try to understand.
I have tried.
Mama, I know.
I don't think that we should talk about Casey's wishes. I just don't think we should talk about this at all. Maybe we should talk about the baby.
Okay, Mama, okay. I know that you and Casey were hoping to have another baby, and... Look, I just don't want you to be so resentful of my pregnancy and have that cause pain. I don't want you to resent me. I don't want you to resent my baby.
I don't. Tom and you have wanted this baby for a very long time. How could I be anything but happy for you?
Thanks, Mama.
There is one thing. With your history of miscarriage, I just hope that, you know, you'll be careful. You won't take any chances.
No, I won't. Bet your bottom dollar I won't.
Have you seen Andrew today?
No, he has a class this morning. Why?
I don't mean to add to your problems, but Lucinda overheard me talking to Andrew last night about your problems, and she confronted me about it.
About Susan?
Yeah. I didn't deny it.
Well, I suppose it's just as well. I mean, how can we expect you to keep a secret from your wife? Did Andy tell you that he's been going to AA meetings with Susan?
Yes.
God, I feel like such a hypocrite. I mean, I know Andy's support system is crucial, and Susan is a part of his support system, but I hate it. I just hate the whole situation.
Well, with the 4th of July coming up, I think what should be done is hiring extra people to get some...
4th of July.
Any word from Barbara?
Yeah, she stopped by while you were at lunch. The meeting's going to be tomorrow.
Well, time is the essence. I suggest we just lay out the facts and let her judge for herself.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hello, Montgomery Associates. Emily Stewart speaking. Link! Hi, what can I do for you?
That must be for me.
Oh, Link, hold on. Lily's right here.
Well, actually, I was calling for you to see if you were free for dinner. I thought you might help me celebrate my new place. I just moved into the Dixon Pool House this morning.
No kidding. Well, listen, I have to work on the BRO account, so if I can't make dinner, can I have a rain check?
Look what just got delivered.
Oh, Gavin Kruger. Yeah, he's in Oakdale.
Excuse the calls for celebration.
Yeah, we think it's pretty terrific news, too.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to do with lemonade.
How come Adam's here instead of at Lila's?
Oh, well, I think Margot felt it would be a little easier on Lila right now, considering how Lila feels about what Margot did. I doubt that that's going to change very soon.
Yeah, no thanks, Kim. I have a feeling Mac wants to see me down at the station. You try to take it a little easier.
I will.
You hear me?
Yeah. Congratulations, Papa.
Hey.
Well, I'm just trying to absorb all of this happy news. I just can't understand. Why did you stay away so long when you knew that you and Hal were going to have a baby?
Kim, I just didn't think that Hal really wanted our marriage to work.
Barbara, how can you say that? I mean, he tried to tell you how much he loves you. He tried to make that clear to you over and over again.
I know. I just didn't think I could trust it.
Well, there's something I've been relearning. Bitter personal experience lately. Running away from a situation certainly doesn't solve anything.
You're right. And if I had to do it all over again, I would have stayed right here and worked on our problems, but I didn't. And that's that. And Paul tells me that you and Bob have been having problems.
Well, we
kind of went our own way for a while. He moved to a motel, and I went up to Ellen and David's cabin to try to sort things out.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Well, we're back here now. We're trying to work things out. He's staying in the guest room. I thought your marriage was rock solid. So did I. I guess that's the problem. Bob accuses me of taking him for granted. In a way, I guess he took me for granted, too.
Kim, there's got to be more to it than that.
Well, while I was so preoccupied with Andy's problems, he got involved with somebody else.
Bob? I can't... Who? I'm sorry. No, it's really none of my business. It doesn't matter who. It's the fact that it happened.
Oh, it matters. It matters, all right. It was Susan Stewart. Of all people.
So you're telling me that Lucinda knows about me and Bob?
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
Not half as sorry as I am.
Yeah. Well, she promised me that she wouldn't say anything about it.
Oh, that really makes me feel a whole lot better. Yeah. Does Bob know?
Yeah, he does. Interestingly, you were his first concern. Excuse me.
So I just came to pick up my paycheck, and besides gave me a chance to drive my new van.
What new van?
Oh, Casey arranged for my birthday to have an...
You okay?
Yeah. It's just seen the wheelchair. Excuse me, I'm going to say hi to Gary. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Lila.
How are you?
Fine. I was about to give you a call.
Oh.
Casey's directory for the disabled is going to be distributed today. And I want to let you know, we owe Casey a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing all the stuff Casey's been responsible for. A lot of the stuff he didn't even know about. You know, like the scholarship Lucinda set up in his name.
Well, he made a difference, didn't he?
Better believe it. Now, come on. Anything else I can do for you?
Well, yes. Can you give me some pointers on how to parallel park a van?
So, the cardiologist convention on the 6th of July in Los Angeles. I was going to go myself, but with the hospital under investigation, along with Margot, I really can't leave. But I really would like some representation from the hospital here.
John, with my situation right now...
I just thought that maybe you and Kim could use some time out of here, you know, to kind of straighten a few things out. Southern California, sunny, warm.
Kim has responsibilities of her own.
I know. I'll keep an eye on Andrew.
You're forgetting. She has a contract to do a television show.
I'm not forgetting. I'm trying to help you out here.
All right, I'll ask her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, that Wallace guy's still a no-show?
Yeah, he is. He's a no-show. I'm going to see if I can salvage whatever I've got left with Lucinda. I'll try to ask her out for dinner tonight, huh?
That was an excellent lunch.
I'll be sure to tell the chef.
Well, as much as I've enjoyed meeting you, Gavin, I'm afraid I have to get back to the drawing board.
Well, we'll continue our discussion of the fashion industry at another time, then.
I'll look forward to that.
Remind me to
Thank you
place
so
a
much,
call to
Olivia.
Simone in New York
My
about
pleasure.
our fall night.
Yes? John's on line 2. Tell him I'll get back to him.
So how long do you plan to stay in Oakdale?
I never plan anything if I can help it. I have to place a call to Silicon Valley about the divide by zero bug on our new computer.
Let me put that a little differently. We need a couple of days to outline our operations and to present our proposals.
I'll keep that in mind. Meanwhile, I'll be meeting with Montgomery and Associates, where I believe your adopted daughter is a partner, Lucinda.
You're absolutely correct. I know that you met with Emily Stewart in Zurich, I believe. How did you learn about my daughter, Lily?
I make it a point to learn about everyone I do business with.
So do I. Of course, you're such a mystery man.
It's all PR. What you see is what you get.
I like what I see.
So do I.
Actually, I'd like to give a small reception for you. At my house soon?
As I said, I never make plans. That way I avoid disappointing people, including myself. Konstantin hasn't called us back yet, has he? Place a call to Athens. I want to find out if they resolved the problem with the double hulls on the new tankers. Is there a place Jade could make a few calls?
Of course. Jane, show Jade a place where she can make a few calls.
Certainly.
She seems very capable. Have you had her long?
A few weeks. She was working for one of my companies in Hong Kong.
Do you want one?
Swiss chocolates.
Mm-hmm. I got addicted to these in Switzerland.
When were you in Switzerland?
Oh, I was there, with Kirk when you guys were trying to organize a meeting together.
Well, if I'd known, I would have made more of an effort to arrange that meeting. When can I hear about your ideas on promoting Kruger Industries?
Well, it'll take me a few hours to get a full presentation.
Well, in that case, why don't we discuss it over dinner tonight?
You look right at home here. Barbara canceled her meeting, so I thought I'd come for a ride. See, you've been exercising Big Macs. How'd you guys get along?
Fine. The nice thing about horses is they're always grateful for the attention you give them. They let you know that right away if they like you. And if they don't, they let you know that straight off, too.
True.
Well, if you're going for that ride, don't let me hold you up.
Listen, would you like to come with me? It'll be beautiful up in the ridge.
No, thanks.
You're not going to make this easy, are you?
Make what easy?
Well, for starters, the simple art of conversation.
Never had much chance to practice up on the simple art of conversation. Been on my own for the past 7 or 8 years, and you know what they say about people who talk to themselves.
Like you were talking to yourself last night at the pond? Well, anyway, you're not out on your own anymore. You're back here in Oakdale where you grew up. And you're handling a responsible job for my grandfather, and you're doing very well at it, I might add.
Not yet, but I will before I finish. I may be a late starter, but I usually catch up by the time I hit the finish line.
I'm sure.
How can you be so sure of that when you hardly know me?
Just an instinct I've had about you since I first met you. I think my grandfather had the same one. That's why he hired you.
You never let up, do you?
What do you mean?
I mean, always calling Cal your grandfather. You just don't ever want me to forget that. No, sir. You know, I remember when I first met girls like you.
What do you mean by girls like me?
The ones who lived in big houses with a lot of green lawn out front and 2 cars in the garages. Father who was a doctor or a lawyer or a big businessman. A mother who went to garden club lectures and lots of lunches for charitable organizations. And all those girls, they always found a way to let me know all of it. Because they knew that I came from the other side of the tracks, that one of their daddies probably owned, and that my mother ran a rooming house and took in strangers who paid the bills and kept food on our table. There was no green lawn outside the Lafferty place and no car at all. Which was probably okay because we didn't have a garage.
All right, so what does all this have to do with me calling Cal my grandfather?
Well, I'll tell you that, too. When you're talking to Emily and Sean, you always call him Cal. You save the grandfather bit for yours truly.
Well, if I do, it's not calculated.
Excuse me, can we cut the bull? Because that's what it is and you know it. Bull. It's all calculated with you, all for effect, everything about you, and you know it.
Well, I'm not going to stand here and be insulted.
Well, then let me finish, and maybe you'll see it's not meant as an insult. Some of those calculations of yours, some of the effects, they're easy to take. Like the way you look right now. Oh, I knew the minute you walked in here was all carefully put together for my benefit. But that doesn't take all the pleasure out of it. Like that hair. All pulled back nice and neat. And that makeup probably took about an hour, but it makes you look like you're not wearing any. And you smell nice. I knew you were here watching me even before you said anything, because that perfume you're wearing makes it hard for you to sneak up on anybody.
Are you finished?
Not quite. You'll know it when I have. And that getup you got on, sure is one package all wrapped up so carefully.
Well, I dress to please myself.
More bull. Look, I don't blame anyone for using everything they've got to get what they're after. There are times I do that too. I mean, anybody with half a brain does. But there are times when everyone lets their hair down and says, what the hell, I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. I just need to be myself. Have you ever done that once in your life?
Well, of course I have. That's a stupid question.
Oh, then why are you getting all flushed and your eyes telling me something else? Or maybe you did let all your defenses down once with that husband of yours. And he hurt you so much you decided never to do it again. That's it, isn't it? Well, then I'm really sorry for everything I've said. Because we all have those defenses against being trampled on. You go for that ride, I'll get the hell on out of here.
Link?
Mom, I can't do it. I have so much work to do on this BRO. Barbara's back. Guess what? She's pregnant.
Pregnant? Surprise, surprise.
Hey, Susan, how are you?
Hi.
Did Emily tell you that my mom's back?
Yeah. Is that another white rose I see?
Yes. Gavin Kruger is in Oakdale.
Has he called yet?
No, he's probably hung up on the Walsh account. Gavin.
So, Jason, Tom should be on his way over from the office now. So, listen, I really want to thank you for what you said earlier.
Well, it's never easy. A few years ago, a favorite uncle of mine lapsed into an irreversible coma. Fortunately, he had written out his wishes, so there was no doubt about it, but taking him off life support was traumatic, to say the least.
Well, there was no doubt about it in my mind either, Jason. Excuse me. Hughes. Yes, sir, I will. Okay. Well, Mac would like you in the office now, so I'll tell Tom we are.
Okay, thanks.
Jason? Thanks. Hey. Oh, Hal.
I'm so damn sorry I wasn't here.
Oh, I wish you had been. There's so many things I couldn't explain to you on the
Hey,
phone.
you don't need to explain anything. I understand.
Well, okay, I'll call you later, and then we'll have lunch sometime this week. Okay.
Barbara, welcome home.
Hi, Bob. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, darling. Bye-bye.
Well, I guess she knows.
I thought it was better for her to hear it from me than from somebody else.
I really don't think it helps to rehash this thing that's happened.
Well, I don't think it helps for me to find you with Susan every time I turn around either.
I knew you were upset, that's why I came home early. What can I say? I've told you over and over that I love you. Only you. I do everything I can think of to make things right, and I just make them worse. Please. What do you want me to do? What can I possibly do? Tell me what it is, and I'll try it.